Does shooting an ACOG make you a better shooter than shooting something like this carry handle AR? I'll give you guys a second to answer that down below. Again, does shooting an optic, a magnified optic, make you a better shooter than shooting something like that carry handle AR? Does shooting an ACOG make you a better shooter? I'll give you guys a second to fill out that down below. The question is very simple. Does having magnification make you a better shooter? Yes or no? While you guys do that, welcome back to the Trench Grenade channel. I am your host, the average rifle marksmanship instructor that your mom said that we have at home. Thanks for watching. Guys, the purpose of today's video is we're going to be talking about optic selection and magnified optics and where they give you value and where they do not. So hopefully you guys have posted your comment down below of, does shooting irons make me a worse shooter, or does shooting an ACOG, more specifically, does shooting an ACOG with magnification make me a better shooter? Yes or no? And let's get right into it. Like I said, guys, like the video, comment that answer down below, share the video with a buddy if you enjoy this instruction and the series on the channel. And if you want to donate monetarily for my time and efforts, I greatly appreciate it. It's not mandatory, but it does help keep me motivated, okay? So thank you for doing that. Okay, let's get right into it. So, do optics help you shoot better? The answer is resoundingly no. I'm going to get into it, and if you disagree with me, then that means you disagree with the entire United States Army Marksmanship Unit, the MMTC Handbook TC3-22.9, TC3-20.40, the MMTC Handbook, and the United States Army Drill Sergeant Academy, the Marine Corps, and Parris Island, all shooters that instruct at Parris Island. That means you would disagree with all of us, and we are the best shooters in the world. Boom, there it is, roasted, okay? So yes, an optic does not make you a better shooter. More specifically, magnification does not make you a better shooter. I'm going to get into some things that it does assist with, but just understand, if you're a bad shooter with iron sights, then you're going to be a bad shooter with magnification. It's just that simple, okay? So for all my carry handle guys out there that are rocking a carry handle, there are some things you're not going to like about this, but it's the truth. Again, all the things to reference will be right now, TC3-22.9, TC3-20.40, the MMTC Handbook, the United States Army Drill Sergeant Academy, POI, and I forgot something in there, Army Marksmanship Unit. There you go. Okay, let's get into it. Do optics help you shoot better? No, they do not. What they can do are they can do a lot of things for you, okay? They can help with target identification, so help you actually positively identify what you're aiming at downrange, whether it be friend, foe, whether it be, your intended target or not. They'll help you identify enemy fighting positions and enemy uniforms and stuff like that. So magnified optics like this ACOG, okay, they can help you identify things of target identification and things of that nature, but they will not help you shoot it better. All right, see my previous video on the two firing tasks, pre-shot, shot, and follow through, etc. The shot process, right? I have a whole video on rifle marksmanship on the channel, several actually, if you want to learn how to actually shoot better. So no, magnification will not help you shoot better. Target acquisition. Now, if you have bad eyesight, there's a lot of guys on the channel that have bad eyesight, and you're always talking about how a red dot, okay, will help greatly assist you because you have poor eyesight. Then yes. Acquiring your sights, if you can't see, is a problem. If you can't see your rear sight aperture and your front sight post, like I'm demonstrating right here, if you can't actually see them, then yeah, that's a problem. But having a dot or no dot, doesn't make you a better shooter. The shooting is all the same. Pre-shot, shot, and follow through, the two firing tasks, etc. Okay, those are what matters, not the actual equipment. So, but if you're blind and you can't see, then obviously having a dot, or if you have an astigmatism, maybe having irons is better. You guys kind of get what I'm getting at there. But target acquisition is something that magnification can help with. I.e., if you're shooting a target at 300 meters, you will be able to see where to hold easier with magnification rather than using something like this carry handle. Okay, so if you're using a TA-31 ACOG, then yeah, you'll be able to see where to hold better, but it does not make you a better shooter, okay? This weapon is clear and safe. I'm just gonna try to attempt to give you guys a sight right there. Okay, so at extended distances, it will help you, okay, be able to see where to hold better, but it will not make you a better shooter, right? And I know this is going to cause a ton of controversy. Again, if you disagree, then you disagree with the entire United States Army and the entire United States Marine Corps, the best shooters in the world. And I do teach this for a living. Okay, other things that it can help with. Sight picture. Now, what do I mean by sight picture? Parallax. Parallax is a serious issue when you're shooting iron sights, okay? So when you're shooting iron sights, and I'm moving these, all these weapons are clear and safe, but I'm moving these weapons around like crazy. So parallax, I'll just very briefly tell you what parallax is for those that don't know. Hold your finger up and aim it at me. Now move your head around. Does your point of aim move? It does. That is parallax. That is what's happening if you don't get a consistent cheek to stock well on when you're using iron sights. So parallax is a serious issue when shooting irons, right? So guess what? Most modern optics, they do have some parallax shift. However, it will always be better than using something like iron sights, because iron sights, you're trying to line up three things: your eyeball, the rear sight, and the rear sight aperture, and the front sight post. With an optic like a red dot, you're just simply aligning your eyeball and the dot, and there will be a very minimal parallax shift for most modern optics. LPVOs have some issues, obviously, but the parallax shift will be far less than that of your eyeball with a rear sight aperture and a front sight post like this carry handle. So parallax, it will help reduce parallax issues using an optic or using magnification, but parallax will still exist a little bit, but not as much as using an iron sight setup. Correction and spotting splash. So if I'm using, we'll just use a red dot. If I'm using a red dot and I'm looking through it and staying target focused, not dot focused, it's a whole nother video, but when you're shooting red dots, you should be target focused, not dot focused. When you're shooting iron sights, you should be iron sight focused, not target focused, okay? But if I'm shooting my red dot, I should be looking at the target and seeing the dot flash across the target. I should be able to spot my splash or spot the impacts on target far easier with an optic than I would with iron sights, just because you're focused on the target, not on the sights. Does that make sense? So that's another pro for magnification or really any optic, okay? But at the end of the day, having an optic does not make you a better shooter. Having an optic, specifically magnified optic, helps you with target identification, target acquisition, a proper sight picture, parallax reduction, correction, and spotting splash on target. That is things that it does help with, but it does not make you a better shooter. So for all the guys out there that think that buying an optic is going to help you shoot better, it's not. Shooting is all the same. I've gone over that in a recent video, but shooting is all the same. Whether you're shooting a grenade launcher, a machine gun, or a rifle, or a handgun, all shooting is the same. And the shot process does not change. Pre-shot, shot, follow through. The two firing tasks always remain the same. Fire the weapon and don't move the weapon until the projectile has left the weapon. Those are the two firing tasks. If you enjoyed today's video, hit the like button, comment down below if you learned something. Again, if you disagree, you're wrong. Blatantly, it's in doctrine, and doctrine is what we learn. Doctrine exists because it is the most current up-to-date thing. The modern TC 3-22.9, the modern MMTC handbook, Army Marksmanship Unit, Paris Island, they're teaching the current thing, right? So if you disagree, you're just blatantly wrong, but hopefully you learned something here today. I'm sure there's going to be spicy comments down below, and for those people, I would say you're in the wrong channel. You're probably a FUD, and you're probably trying to justify why you bought a certain optic. You're not listening to the actual things we're trying to teach, or that I'm trying to teach, and to that I say this probably isn't the channel for you. Thanks for being here, and until next time, this will be Trench Grenade, your average rifle marksmanship instructor that your mom said that we have at home, signing out. Cheers.